fire. She'll take you higher. Uplift, inspire, turning dust into diamonds. Let me tell you about a place where you should start your day before you go out to the world and show them what you're made of. Confidence, intelligence, a sight to behold. A rare and precious jewel that's worth more than gold. She will uplift, inspire. She'll take you higher. Turn dust to diamonds.
Good morning.
Uplift,
Good Tuesday
She'll
morning.
take you higher.
I'm here
Turn
early.
dust to diamonds. And the diamonds are free.
Good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in.
Mz.Teavalocity.
Come on into Mz.Teavalocity.
The diamonds are free. And Mz.Teavalocity. The diamonds are free. Uplift, inspire.
I'll take you higher. You know, I can't sing. Good morning.
The diamonds are free. Uplift, inspire. She'll take you higher. Turn dust to
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Queen Kimberly. And those in the bushes, please make sure you hit your like button. If you're not a subscriber, please consider becoming a subscriber. Why not, right? We all talking about the same thing. So I hope everyone is having a great day. It just got started. I'm always up early in the morning, no matter what I do. If I'm off, I'm up at 5 o'clock. If I work, I'm up at 5 o'clock getting ready for work. So I see Kimberly Black, my queen, is getting ready for work. Have a great day at work, Kimberly. I appreciate you for stopping by. I'm just up to chit chat a little bit. You know, we got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like I said, it's just a chit chat. We got the Wendy Williams. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I could say for Wendy Williams. Then I heard a little bit about Tasha K. I was a little upset with Tasha K this week when she had the girl on from the Tommy Sotomayor. But you know, everybody run their platform a little different, and we never know what could trigger someone. And I guess she got triggered and she acted out. You know, for me, it's just a little different. I don't have to agree with you, but I'm not going to disrespect you and kick you off my platform unless you're disrespecting me. Not because you're saying a difference of opinion, but if you are disrespecting me or my guest or the chat, then I probably would have my moderators or myself kick you out. But besides that, you are at liberty to say how you feel. You have your own opinion, your perspective, and your perception of things, and we can't change that. So I was a little upset the way she did that young lady the other day that called in and had a difference of opinion about this young girl who's going on this world tour now. I found it a little strange because, like I said, my perception was a little different. I don't care what color you are, what ethnic group you are, black, white, Indonesia, Hispanic, or whatever. You need to be respected at all times. But in order to be respected, you have to give respect. And that's a big thing for me. Even in my real life on this YouTube, on these YouTube streets, I try to respect all people because that's what I expect, for you to respect me. So when you disrespect me, I'll disrespect you. It's just like you treat a person how you want to be treated. So I was a little disturbed by how she threw the lady off, get off here, get off here. But that's her thing, that's her show, and that's her platform. But we have to remember that it is for Tasha K. It was 7,000 and something people watching her. So what they think about her may bear weight on her viewership, But I thought it was crappy the way she did it. And she had got so upset, And I don't know what triggered her. Is it because she didn't like Tommy Sotomayor, or she just don't like the way he speak to women, the way he talk about black women? My thing is, if I don't like the way you talk to me or other women, then I'm just not going to entertain you. I have that right to just log off. So I don't patronize him. I went over there one time, he was dragging Tracy or something like that had happened over here. Five Baby. It was somebody over here. And just the way he was talking turned me off. So I decided that I will never watch him again. He just wasn't my taste of entertainment. So I don't watch him. Now, if somebody came over here and they had a difference of opinion about him, I will let them express that opinion, but to a certain degree. So she was really, really upset with this young lady. She kicked her off. If you didn't agree with this young girl or what had happened, then you wasn't welcome over there, and that's okay. I never dropped down. I don't even think I dropped down. I watched a little bit of it. To me, the young lady, whatever happened between her and Tommy Sotomayor, or they'll take that to the courts and they'll iron it out. However, I'm still going to stick with my stance. If you hit, you deserve to get hit back. That's just the bottom line. Because you have to think. I don't care how old you are. You have to think about consequences of your actions. And hers were Tommy Sotomayor, I guess, lunged back at her. I don't know. And then, Spillet Boy broke it down real good. He saw something different. He said he watched it several times and it looked like the young lady hit Tommy Sotomayor first. Some people say she didn't. Someone pushed him into her, whatever it was. I didn't go back and watch because, again, the streets be oversaturated with the same stories and you kind of get tired of it, right? So I didn't watch. But what I will say is, if someone's calling you bitches and hoes and you stinking bitch and they saying derogatory things to you, you have the liberty to leave. You don't have to stay there. And if you find yourself getting really, really upset, just leave. Just leave. That's all you have to do before you engage in a physical altercation with someone. Just leave. Is that simple. Young, old, or whatever. That's your liberty, right? So you sat there and you engaged. Then it got heated. A physical altercation took place, and now you guys are going into litigation about it. Now, I thought the funniest thing, and I swear, when Spiller Boy was doing a little breakdown, I was at work, but I was in and out. He thought the same thing I thought. At the end, you said all these places you will be traveling, what you had planned for your future, and you asked for a GoFundMe. You was going to start a GoFundMe for coins. So you could do what? So you could do all this traveling? Because it sounds like me, if you need money for legal representation and you doing a bunch of traveling, then you have money, because it takes money to travel. When I travel, I pay no less than $1,000. I don't care if I'm just going to Miami. You normally don't pay less than $1,000. So with all that traveling you plan on doing, you have to have some coins. I would hope so. But to ask for a GoFundMe seems like this is a big ploy to get money. Now, I don't know. That's just my take on it. Everybody could think how they want to think. But to ask for money at the end for legal representation, I just think that you should have thought about the repercussions before you did whatever you did, young lady. Now, I don't know you. Whatever. I hope the best for you, Tommy, whoever. But again, my stance is keep your damn hands to yourself. That's simple. And you wouldn't have been in this situation if you didn't even go. So That's how I think, and I'm not going to change on it. You hit, you get hit back. Try to prevent it at all costs. But if you have to, because then I looked at it, and if I'm not mistaken, I saw one of those mics in her hand, and I guess she was talking to the mic. The mic was in front of her. She could have picked up that mic and hit that dude in his head. And if she would have hit him in the wrong place, it could have caused him trauma. In fact, it could have killed him, depending on how heavy the mic was, the force behind the mic, the blow. Uh, Okay, and I get that. I get that, Kimberly. That's her take on it, and that's how she feel, and she has a right to feel that way. I don't knock how people feel. I don't, Kimberly. Some people believe a man should never hit a woman. Yes, I believe that. I do believe that to a certain degree, but there's limits and there's boundaries. And when you cross boundaries, especially when you can physically assault someone, you have to be looking for that they gonna come back and physically assault you. They're gonna defend themselves. Like I said, one blow to the head in the wrong place with the object could take you out, could simply take you out. And we all know that, or it could cause some serious damage. So I don't, she had the mic in her hand. I don't know what her intentions were, but again, I respect Tasha K stands on. I just didn't respect the way she kicked the lady off her platform or the call because the lady disagreed. We are all adults. Most of people who watch us are adults. We have our own minds. We should have our own minds. And just because Kimberly thinks different than I think, I'm not going to kick her out my chat or, block her. No, she has her opinion. She's an individual. I have to respect that. It may not be the same as mine, but I still have to respect Kimberly Black's opinion. What she perceived, her perspective of something is totally different than mine. And it is what it is. Like I said, to me, it was in bad taste. It was distasteful. It was disrespectful to me. But that's Tasha K. She has a much larger platform than I do. And she built her own platform and she has a right to do what she want on it. I just disagreed with the way she acted towards that caller. You open your platform, you open the calls for someone to call in, and then you disagree with them and you kick them off. Bad to me, that's just bad. That's me again, right? So I'm gonna let that go. Tasha, do your thing. Now let's talk. We talking about Tasha K. So I heard somewhere running around these streets. I don't know. I'm not sure if I listened to a little snippet of Really B, but they saying that Tasha K says she's not going to pay Cardi B or whatever. She don't have the money to pay her. I think we all know she didn't have the money to pay her, but she has the potential probably to gain the money or whatever. You just when you have a suit and you lose a litigation and you are responsible for paying someone damages, you have to pay them. You have to pay them. You can't just walk away and think you're not going to pay her because they can garnish your wages. And we know she make pretty decent penny from what we see and know of YouTube. As a content creator, I know if you get a lot of views, you make a lot of money. You have sponsorship, you make a lot of money. And Tasha K is still going strong. This did not stop her. She's still knocking down the views. She's still doing interviews. She's still making money. So she owes that debt and she will pay it one way or the other. Either she'll pay it by doing the right thing and make payments to her, or they will garnish her wages. Once you have a litigation against you, a judgment against you, you have to pay that judgment. I know that for a fact. She's going to have to pay it. Now, she could say what she wants. She could match herself to celebrities who hasn't paid. I don't know. I know that once you have a judgment against you, you have to pay, else they will garnish your wages. And they can do that because it was in the judgment. So I don't know where she think or she may not be getting paid. They say that Cardi B replied with, bitch better have my money. Hashtag, right? You better have her money. So hopefully Tasha K don't think this is a joke and she will try to pay Cardi B. But it's a long time. It's a long road, you guys. She's going through appeal. Appeal takes some time. Then you have to come back. Then she can ask the courts for a lesser amount of the judgment. I believe when they go to appeal, she can ask that that judgment be less. It don't have to be the 3.8 million. That's a lot of money. But I don't care if you pay her $100 a week until you die, you're gonna pay her. I don't know what the hell you thinking that you don't have to pay her. You're gonna have to pay her. That's just the fact of the matter. You can't run, right? So good luck, Tasha K. Um, again, hey baby, what's going on? Purple Peach. I always love to see you. So pay the lady her money. Stop talking shit because you could just be damaging your further case for the appeal by you just talking what you ain't gonna do. See, one thing we can't do, and don't be fooled, you guys. This is one thing we can't do. We can't tell them folk, and you know what I mean by them folk, what we ain't gonna do. See, they will make an example out of us, and they'll take every goddamn dime Tasha K had, including her house and everything. Some things you can't include in bankruptcy. Some things you can't include. Some judgments you just can't. So don't get on here. Do what you have to do, sis. I don't know what mind frame you in, but remember, what you say can be held up against you. Everything you say on these YouTube streets, on social media, is recorded. Is recorded. I don't care if we erase it, that shit is still there. So be careful on what you say, because if you down here talking shit and it gets in the hand of the wrong people, they will make you pay. They will make an example out of you. So whatever you gonna do, Tasha K, just do it. You don't have to tell everybody. You don't have to talk shit. I know you bold. I know you. You know, you are a outspoken woman, but some things don't need to be spoken. That's just the fact of the matter, especially on social media. Hey, Tracy Worlds, thanks for joining me. So, Tasha K, just knock it off. Because you just go back and forth with Cardi B, and this shit go start up again. And then they go play these tapes where you talking about what you ain't gonna do, and the white folks gonna make you do it. Bottom line, they gonna make you pay. If they have to take every damn thing from you, you're gonna pay that girl her money if that was the judgment, right? So just knock it off with this tough talking shit. You know, I still rock with you, TK. I was over there. I think you still doing your thing. However, walk kind of lightly, sis. Don't get such a big head and an ego that it will destroy you totally, totally destroy you. Sometimes we can destroy ourselves just by the words that come out of our mouth, just by our ego, our delusion. You know, we can destroy our own selves. It's called self-sabotaging. And she needs to be very careful on doing that, because Cardi B wants her money. So pay her. Simple. You lost, pay her. Watch what you say and watch what you do. Now, Wendy. Good morning. Whew, Wendy. So we all know, and I'm sure we all have heard, just like me, you all have heard that Wendy Williams will not be returning. Her show is over July 2022. Sad. She do need to humble herself. She really does. Yeah. Yeah. So let me tell you this. Because I'm trying to look at this thing with Wendy, and I'm hearing all kinds of shit. And I tell y'all all the time, I don't have time to just sit and, read and read and read and read, so I get bits and pieces. And that's something I don't like about myself. I don't like that I won't sit down and really research a subject, but I just don't have time. But to be honest, so I'm hearing all this stuff about Wendy Williams. Now, whether we like Wendy Williams or not, the girl did her thing. She built her own brand, no matter how she built it. Just like Tasha K, gossiping, destroying people, marriages, lives, or whatever, always in somebody's damn business. Now, I am a big believer in what you put out in the universe, you're going to get back. The seeds you sow, I always say, the seeds you sow, you shall reap, good, bad, or indifferent. You're going to reap those seeds, right? You're going to reap that harvest, I mean. So with that being said, Wendy Williams have done some shitty stuff. She has done some shit. And this could be her karma. And I'm glad the other day when we had this conversation, James cleared it up and I cleared it up. I wasn't talking about her health, her medical condition as a karma. I was talking about her behavior, her actions, the things she done. Now that she's reaping this harvest, it is what it is. Unfortunately, her decline in health and her reaping this harvest is mixing. Is mixing. It's coming together like that. That's the sad thing about it. But she put out all those, she planted those seeds, she destroyed other people's lives, and now we seeing her life being destroyed right before us. So now she won't get her show back. They canceled it for sure. Sherry Shepherd has a new show that's already contractual, set in stone. She's ready to go. And here's the clincher. This is the shit that really, I was like, wow. They took all Wendy's staff and gave the staff and hired them on Sherry Shepherd's show. What a stab. What a serious stab. If this shit is not getting worse for this lady in her debilitating state, this is just getting worse for her. So now they moved the staff over to Sherry Shepherd's. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I heard. That Sherry Shepherd, Wendy Williams staff went over to the Sherry Shepherd show. I don't think that's the name of it, the Sherry Shepherd show, but we gonna call it the Sherry Shepherd show. So her whole staff went over there. So I was like, wow, if that's not a stab in the back, it's like, look, we replacing you and we taking your staff with you. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. That is a blow. Now, that alone is going to make her health decline even more. That alone, her Graves' disease, they say a little bit of dementia is setting in allegedly. I believe a little dementia is setting in. So her cognitive development is on the decline. Her physical development is her physical is on the decline. So she's on a fast decline. And when you have stress, when you have major stress like that, most likely she's going to decline fast. I hope not. I'm not saying she is. I'm not her doctor. I don't know, her real physical or mental state from hearsay. If you have dementia and you have this Graves' disease, which includes your thyroid, then you can debilitate real quick. You can get on a health decline real quick when they come together. And I'm sure this stress will induce that. I pray not. Whatever she did in life, she has to pay for that. That's not me. I just know that she have done some shit, and this may be her season to reap the seeds that she sown. You feel bad for Wendy, right? Tasha K still doing the thing. She is, baby. She need to zip it. Tasha K need to be quiet. Wendy, I actually feel really bad for Wendy. She went from being on top down to the very bottom fast. And keep it cute, that can happen. Let me tell you something. When we get out here, even with people, I have seen people, I swear, who have, to me, have had it all. I have been in a position where I've had it real good and I just like, whoop, drop real quick to the bottom because I didn't realize, maybe I was a little arrogant, maybe I thought I was all that. I don't know why, but shit happened. I fell and I got back up. Praise God, I fell and I got back up. So you can get back up. Wendy Williams actually could come out here, hey, like everybody else, she could do a podcast. She could, really, I'm serious. This would be a step below her. However, it would keep her relevant and she could still do something she loved, but on a smaller platform. And maybe that's what she needs to do. But I don't think she's cognitively there. I really don't think Wendy Williams is really cognitively there anymore. So it probably would be difficult for her to do a podcast. But I'm sure there's a lot of people who would follow Wendy Williams, just like they follow Nene Leakes. They follow all those other people who's no longer really into the, I guess, the acting, the television. They over here on YouTube. When they come over here on YouTube, they bring over a big following. So they make good money over here. Maybe not as much as they made on television, but still, this is a media outlet for them that they could use. She could do a podcast. We could come sit with Wendy every morning. She could sip her tea. She could talk. She could do whatever she wants. I think she will have a strong following. I'm not sure that's what she'll do because, like I said, I believe she's on a decline. Good morning, Queen Diva. I didn't want to wake you up. I didn't want to wake you up, sis. I told you I would be on. She's going through so much and it's a lot, and mentally she's not all together there. However, a podcast would be good. Yeah, she's going through so much. And Peach, to be honest with you, I believe that if she has, allegedly she has dementia, early stage of dementia, and she has that Graves disease, I think them two together alone will continue to make her health decline. And dementia, you guys, when we talk about dementia, dementia really is genetic. And I'll tell you why I think sometimes I deal with that. Because I remember I told you all about menopause and how I was forgetting and how I thought something was going on with my brain that I know what I wanted to say and it just wouldn't come out. And sometimes the same thing happened to me today. And it seems like my vocabulary have decreased. And sometimes I can't think. I know what I want to say, right? So I went through a battle a couple of years ago and it was really bad. It was really bad. So I asked to get a brain scan because I wanted to see what the hell was going on. Come to find out, it was just plain old menopause. So when you menopause, you go through something too, as well mentally. A mental decline when you menopause. So certain things that you have to do to stay sharp. They recommend that you do crosswords, you do word search, you read, you do a lot of mental things, you play Sudoku, you do things to keep your mind stimulated. Even though you shouldn't do the same thing over and over, you should kind of switch up. So I used to be big on crossword puzzles and I love word games. For some reason, I love word games and things like that, but it was very scary for me. And then when I realized that my mom, God rest her soul, my mom, dementia kind of set on my mom young too. I was like, damn, if I could remember, my mom was kind of young when she started showing signs of dementia. So I'm not sure. Again, is genetics is the biggest risk factor for dementia. So if that's happening to her, then perhaps that she won't come back strong. This could just be the beginning of her decline. It could be the beginning to her end. I can't say. I'm not sitting here, saying I'm diagnosing her just from what I see and what I know, right? And they say that Wendy Williams is back with her husband. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true, but they say that somehow she's back with her husband. I thought he was married to Serena, or whoever, and they were living their lives, happily ever after. So I'm not sure, but what I do know is I know people are probably saying, and it gets to be a little deep when you've been with somebody for 20 years, 30 years, or however, and they help you build your brand and they was a big part of you. No matter what happens, you still have love for that person. You still have love for that person. And so I'm sure she still have love for Kelvin no matter what he's done to her. She still love him. Now, him being her guardian, I don't know about that, but that's what they say. I don't know for sure. Maybe someone else knows a little better than me. Perhaps he's trying to get her guardianship so he can have, and get the POA and stuff so he can have control of her assets and her medical. I'm not sure if that's true, but if she did that, or if they are back together, or they're going in that direction, that's somewhat It's gonna sound crazy. Everybody don't shoot me at once. Kind of understandable that she would do that, especially if she's not cognitively there. It's understandable that she would probably give him that control, you guys. That's all she knows. That's all she knows. She really don't know anyone else. Now, whether he made it like that or she made it like that, I don't know. But let's deal with reality. All she knows is Big Kelvin, Kevin, whatever his name is. That's all she knows. So most likely, she still trusts him. That shit sound crazy. I know it do. I know it sounds crazy, you guys, but I can almost, I don't know, sympathize. I can see her kind of doing it. That's all she know is that man. He's been there through good times, bad times, whatever they did. He was there for her business. He managed her, you know. So it would be likely and believable that she would give him POA, or they would give guardianship to him versus her son. I don't know. I just don't. I don't see it as being far fetched, though. I really don't, you guys. I don't see it as being crazy because we don't know how their relationship was. I would love him from afar. I would trust my brother before I trust him again. Yeah, but you know what, Kimberly? I don't know if her brother had family dynamics, you know? They probably have dynamics. Yeah, I would love him from afar. I wouldn't give him shit. I mean, to be honest with you, he wouldn't get nair dime, not the way he did me. He was the cause of some of this shit. Stress, we know, induced stress when you have any type of physical ailment can make you decline, can make it progress. So I'm sure he was the cause of it. I told you about the story about the lady I knew had been married for years, and then her husband turned around, married somebody else, and she went on the decline, never came back. Hey, really big. So, you know, and she never came back from that. So the brother's a cloud chaser. Okay, Peach, see? So now I think her and her brother have family dynamics. Is that right, Peach? So I don't think she will trust him. And I do believe if Big Calvin or Kevin, I don't know, what is this man real name? Calvin Hunter, right? If Calvin said the right things to her, got her into an area, you know, whispered sweet nothings to her and said the right thing, I think he would woo her and she would sign over power of attorney to him. I really do, you guys. And it wouldn't be far fetched. I don't think they are back together romantically, but I do think he is helping her. But again, everyone has an agenda. Thank you, really, BTV. They're not back romantically, but he's helping her and other. Okay, what's his agenda? See, you get her real comfortable. I'm telling you, everyone has an agenda. He gets her real comfortable and make her feel secure, like he's really rocking with her and really's there for her. And his thing is to just get possession of her money so he could continue to live the lavish life he was living before him and Wendy split. So I don't think he has good intentions, but maybe he do, because let me tell you something, you guys. Those people loved each other. They went through the battle together. So there's still some love there. And maybe it breaks his heart because he knew he was a part of this woman decline. He knew he was a part of that. So he may feel some kind of way, you know, and really could be there to help her. But yeah, his agenda is the money. But I do believe that he's there for the money. I don't think, because he shitted on her, you know, at the end, right in front of everybody. So I'm not sure where he would be falling head over heels in love with her to make sure that he's looking out for her. I don't believe it. I think his agenda is to secure the bag, to make sure. And again, it's easy when someone have dementia and you taking care of them and they have failing health, you taking care of them, you gained and they become vulnerable, so you really gain their trust, you know. And I've seen that happen. I've been in a situation, believe it or not, where a good friend of mine was making six figures or more from not one job, but two jobs, was rolling in dough, beautiful home, marriage, kids, and just one day, it was all taken away from him. And he never recovered after that. Never ever recovered after that. And because the people who was there to really help him and loved him and who had been there for him for years, because he was in a vulnerable state and he had got into a relationship with this young girl. She was younger. He got into a relationship with her. She happened to seclude him somehow from his loved ones, and she took him for every goddamn dime. She drained all his bank accounts. He had 4 homes. She sold all 4 homes. She took him for every dime. I never forget him and I think his daughter or his son. His son, he was a good friend of. They took him to the bank and he went to get some money and he had zero freaking dollars. She had drained all his money from every account he had, including, here's the girl, here's the kicker, including his military retirement, his retirement. She took every dime from him because she caught him in a vulnerable state. She brainwashed him to think that his family and good friends was against him, and he believed it. And her agenda was to get everything she could get, and she stripped him completely dry. We was like, damn, how did that happen? That brother had it going on too. That brother had it going on. Yeah, she and her brother doesn't have the best relationship. Remember, before her decline, she called him out on her show. Yeah, and I remember, didn't he go on Tasha K's? Now, I didn't see him on Tasha K's, but he did go on Tasha K. And if I'm not mistaken, Purple Peach, you are correct. They didn't have the best of relationship. So she wouldn't trust him and leave the money to him. But because she loved Kelvin so much and Love Is Blind, and she still loved him even after this thing. She went through with the divorce because she was embarrassed, she was humiliated, and that was the right thing to do. But her love never died for Kelvin. Her love never died for him. So again, she would trust him over trusting her brother. Maybe that's why the bank is trying to get conservatorship issue. That could be true too, because someone may be spending her money and they know she's not, she's not cognitively there and she don't really know what's happening. So maybe the bank is protecting Wendy now. I see it as perhaps maybe they protecting her. At first I was thinking, nah, somebody pulling strings, something is fishy, something ain't right in this buttermilk. But again, maybe they are protecting Wendy, and that's why they froze her account. It might not be that, someone is working behind the scenes to take her money, But anywho, I think Wendy, I wish her well. Again, you guys, we have to be really, really careful. Even though we say it jokingly and it's entertainment and we're securing the bag, we have to be careful of what we do to people and what we put out in the universe. Don't intentionally, now you do what you want. I'm going to tell you about me. Don't intentionally destroy people's marriages, their relationship, their business dealing. Don't always put dirt on people's name, because what you put out in that universe will come back to you. And like I said, I do believe in karma. I really do. I believe sometimes we live to see people karma and sometimes we don't. And again, it could be generational. You may not see the bad shit happen to me, but you can see it happen to my kids, my grandkids. It's going to happen. She does have a sister. Yeah, I think Wendy has a sister. Purple Peach, does she have a sister? I think so, Kimberly. But I don't think she's close with any of her family. Isn't her sister a lawyer? Wait, hold on. Purple. See, I don't follow Wendy Williams like that. I tell you what, I have a hard time following people, and I know you guys will say, "Oh, Miss T is just entertainment," but some things I don't let in my spirit. I have a hard time watching people who try to destroy other people's lives, that just maliciously gossip all the goddamn time. I just can't follow them. You know, when I don't like something about a person, I disconnect. So I wasn't a real Wendy Williams fan. I watched her for a brief, but it wasn't like I watched her every day. You know, like I wasn't one of her audience that continue to watch her every day, like some of you all did. Some people really love Wendy. I can't say I love her or I don't love her. I just say that I see her suffering. Yes, she has another sister. It was three of them. Purple Peach, is her sister a lawyer? Someone said her sister is a lawyer. I don't know. But again, this could be Wendy's karma in relationships to she's, you know, not her decline in health, but she could be, you know, reaping the seeds that she sowed. This is her harvest time. We all get a harvest time, like, you know, the Bible said. I don't know uh if everybody here believe in the Bible. We all have a season. There's a season for everything, you know, and this just may be her season. I know I have gone through a period, and I told Diva, Diva don't believe it. I said, Diva, I might be reaping some of those seeds I sowed. Shit. I said, something is happening. I said, but it only lasts for a season. I said, it only lasts, but I wish God would get his foot off my neck. That's just my belief. I believe that, you know, the seeds we sow, we shall reap. I'm not sure of her sister's career check. Okay. But didn't I tell you that Diva laughed? She said, no, Tiva. I said, yeah. Shit, it seemed like some things just ain't going right. Remember I told you I had a rough 2020? I said, you know, the ending of 2020 into 2021, you may not see it because I don't come down here. I'm not that transparent. See, because everybody don't need to know my business because everybody is not praying for me. They could be praying against me, and I could become prayer, not Pray, but I could become Prey to people who sitting back waiting, you know? So I'm not transparent like that. I'm not going to come down here and tell you all my damn business. And that's just the truth. Wouldn't. What did she say? Don't Wendy have another sister? Something wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know what you meant, Kimberly, but you know, I could be behind. But so I'm not gonna come down here and tell all my business, but I told y'all I had a rough year last year. Thank God he's pulling me out of it, but I'm talking about rough mentally too, you know. But again, I've always been the type of person that I don't show it. I just don't show it. You know, I'm not gonna come down here and tell everybody my damn business. What? Never. I don't care how transparent people think they are. Some transparency we don't need to see. Some shit we don't need to see on here. So I hope Wendy Williams, whatever happened, we all will stay tuned. We watching it. We already know that I think what's gonna happen, this man will get type of some conservatorship or guardian, which are the same over her. And I just believe that all this stress, because whether she has dementia or not, whether it's, you know, the beginning stage of it, progressing, she still knows something. She's coming and going. She still knows something. So it would be very sad to see her just go out this world like this. And I'm not saying, oh, this is the end of Wendy Williams. Oh, she's dying. No, I'm not saying that. But I do know that we all notice that there is failing health going on and it's a decline in her mental. We all notice that, right? It's not hard. You're 58, you say you're 56. Maybe the video was old, or maybe it didn't have to be old either, you guys. I don't know. It could have very well been that she thought she was 56. My mom used to say, I said, Mom, how old are you? My mom would get it confused. Hey, baby, what's going on? Thank you, Melissa, for stopping by. My mom would sometimes say she was one age and she wasn't, you know? And as it progressed, she really couldn't remember how old she was. So is it possible that that video could have been new, you know? But she really just forgot her age, and she forgot, you know, living. She was just living basically in the past when she said, my mother, my brother, my sister, and all. So I don't know. Did they prove that to be old footage? You know, they say the producers was really, really pissed with her because she put that video out. And I don't know if that could have been the straw on the camel's back when she did that with the producer and they were saying that's it. Or, they've been following closely knowing that she's not getting better. She's probably getting worse, but I wish her well. Now, I am going to get ready to get out here. I don't do more than an hour, but I have to say, you guys, I have to say this. We have been seeing some great performances on these streets. They are outstanding. I have never, ever been so entertained with some of the performances of these people over here in the B sector. Now, the B sector got some hell of actresses and actors over here. And I think someone needs to be looking at them. If they need any parts or any roles, they need to be looking at these people over here. I'm serious. They are doing one hell of a job acting. And I'm getting my whole life. But this is the truth about me. Award winning Peach. You can't take that away from them. You can't take that away from these people. Are putting on a performance. Hey, TC, what's going on? But charge it to my head, not to my heart. I got you. These people are putting on some award-winning performance, and we need to acknowledge that. And if you guys happen to run into Tyler Perry, let's see. I ain't good at television. I'm not good at producers and stuff. But if you happen to run into some producers and they are looking for actresses, send their ass right over here in the B sector. Send them right here because we got some hell of a actresses over here. We really do. And I have to say that. So if you see them and they looking for somebody for a role, hey, Mr. YouTube Streets, send them right over here. They auditioning now for some roles and don't even know it. Where is the show? If the lady not looking or whatever her name is, Ty, here's your new cast. Here's your new damn cast, and you better get them quick. Because what happens is sometimes the performance runs out. Sometimes your hotness won't last. You won't be as hot. So she better come get them while they hot. Because I have been seeing some hella performances on here. I'm like, what? Really? Oh, stop. Girl, I know you lying. Girl, I know you lying. They really hot over here. They doing good over here. So, I don't know, but I'm sure we all see the same thing. Now, listen, let me tell you something. And let me just tell you something. The same way you came on these streets, you have to remain, unfortunately. If not, it's going to take you a hell of a long time to dig yourself out of the ditch you digging for yourself. You backing yourself into the corner. If you come on here, do your thing, but remember, you just can't turn around and start doing something different. It just don't work like that in this social media atmosphere. You have to work hard to get out of this sector. I'm telling you, you have to work really hard. So if you come on here swinging and banging, please connect with me. Please, I swear. So, are you off now? Are you off now, TC? I gotta make a phone call and do some things this morning, but I promise you I will. I promise you I will today. Okay? I will today. If you come on here, and we like new over here. So we like when new people come over here, and we like when they get in the shit. Okay, got you, baby. And they new here, they something fresh, they serving it to us. But eventually, if you don't keep that same energy, because that's how we met you, it's just like in a real relationship. When you have a mate, and he's buying you flowers, he's buying you chocolate, he's opening the door for you, he's making dinner, he's treating you nice, buying you the best wines and stuff like that, that's who you see. That's who you want. And you want that particular person all the time. I want that particular person. I don't want it to ever die down because it's making me feel some kind of way. It's making me feel good. You are capturing my heart, you know? And so I want this to never end, even though we know it ends after a couple of years. What happened to the flowers? Not even years sometime once you get married. Well, what happened to the flowers? What happened to the box of chocolate? What happened to the opening doors, the chivalry and all that? You know? So I'm using that analogy is because sometimes people are new and things are new to us in this social media world, you know, and we watch it and it's entertained. But remember, the same way you got your audience, you're gonna have to do the same thing to keep your audience. I'm really enjoying the content creators from the beef sector who are not doing beef sector commentary. Exactly, Kimberly, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. So if you come out here swinging and banging, you know, and dragging and doxing and gagging and all, that's where you need to stay because your audience is coming for that. Now, they may be coming for your personality, you're a good storyteller, or you got some good commentary, but you're not going to get those numbers 9 times out of 10 because this is the beef sector. And people have created in their mind that this is really a sector. This is a damn gated community, and you have to act a certain way. And they come here for that entertainment. So you can't turn around, change, and then want to start talking about a black queen and a black king, and I want to uplift you and motivate you, and I want to turn dust to diamonds, and I just finished calling you a bunch of bitches and hoes and niggas and all that stuff. Excuse my vernacular. But I can't turn around. You're not going to take me serious because that's not what you came for. Hey, BB Nice, my beautiful queen. That's not what you come for. So remember that when you get out here swinging and banging just to get your numbers, just to get monetized, just to get recognized, remember, people see you for that now, and that's what they want from you. You know, I've seen content creators who have tried to do other things, and I've followed some I follow, and they just can't escape it because they have locked themselves into a position and they have put in their mind that this is the beef sector and they want a beef. They want the drama. They want the chaos. People are getting tired of that shit. So if you're a new content creator and you want to offer something refreshing, something positive, just do it. It's going to take you time to grow. Shit, look at this. I got 23 people. If I would have labeled this, get in here, these bitches done made me sick. They done made me, I would have had 100 people, 50 people over here because that's what the sector is about. And so it's all about putting people names in the title. It's all about the way you word it. Your thumbnail is all about that to gain that attraction. But it doesn't bother me because I like comfort and cozy and calmness. You know, that's what my channel is about, really motivate. But if you came on the streets like that, remember, that's how you have to remain damn near. It will take you years, maybe a year to get out of here. And who wants to shut down their channel if it's monetized? Now, I told you, I don't make money. That's not what I'm here for right now. Because if I was here for making money and I needed money like that, and people would say, well, that's stupid if you ain't making money for a click and view. No. It's not stupid. I'm branding, and it's bigger than this. Hey, Tony Montana, it's bigger than this. So as long as you try to label it as stupid and dumb because I'm not making no money because I don't have thousands of kids, that's your mentality. My mentality and my goal for my channel is bigger. Is bigger. So I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. I'm not knocking anyone who do whatever they do on their platform, the money they make. I'm never ever jealous or anything of the money that someone else make. You know why? I am me. I'm my biggest competitor. I don't have to compete with no one but myself. And that's a fact. I don't have to compete with anyone but myself. And if I decide to get out here and act an ass, I'll do that, but not because you want me to. And I'm just talking in general, but remember that some people want to come to a calm environment where they could just relax versus all the chaos. We all know where to go for chaos, but do we all know where to go for calm? Do we all know? Because the little content creators aren't seen very much. The positive content creators aren't seen very much because we in this environment. And I'm sure to shut down your channel, change your name. Now remember, this name is trademark. This is my brand. Why should I have to shut down my stuff? Switch to a name, brand another name just to get to where I go. I don't have to. I just have to be patient and stay focused. And remember, it's not about the money now. It's securing the bag for later. And I'm doing okay. So I don't have to come down here. And no, it's not stupid if somebody doesn't monetize their channel, or if they're not making money, they coming on here. I enjoy talking to my people. I know whatever I say today, it could be 10 people in here. That message is for one of those 10 people. Keep that in mind. May not be for all 27, but it's one person in here that needs whatever message I was sent down here to deliver. And that's a fact. And I know it's a fact because I get emails. I really do. I get emails telling me, you don't know me. I was in your bushes. I've been with you a while, but thank you. I needed that word this morning. That message was for me. You uplifted me this morning. You motivate me. So we may not see it down here, and I may not see it monetary, but that alone helped me continue to grow, knowing that God has something better in store for me. You may laugh at me because you don't know his master plan. So you laugh at me because I come live and I have 10 people in here, 25 people. I thank God for them 10 or 25 people, because I never forget what a preacher said one day. He said he used to go to church. He had started this church, and he said it would only be like 3 or 4 people there. And he said that he would preach his heart out. He come back the next Sunday, be 3 or 4 people there. He said he still preached his heart out. He came back and a couple more times, and his congregation started growing. He has a mega church. He said, but because he was faithful, and that's where I'm going with this, and I'm closing out. Because I'm faithful, and I believe what God told me, that this is bigger than this, the beef sector or beefing. And because I remain who I am, and remember that I am my biggest competition. These people aren't my competition. I'm my competition. And because I know that, and I know it to be true, that God's word is faithful, I'm going to continue to do me. So if you believe that you were sent here to inspire, uplift, motivate, or create chaos, whatever you believe in your mind, then you do that. But don't come on here swinging and banging and calling people bitches, and then in the next breath calling them queens and loving and kissing. That's some bipolar fake shit. And you ain't gonna go as far. You may be sizzling hot now, you guys. That's how you get into this. This is just how you get into it. But if that's not really where you want to be, do the real you. People will gravitate towards you because you're genuine. They don't come here because I have the best the best oral skills. Right, there you go. The best. I'm not the best orator. That's what I was trying to get. Or I don't have the big verbiage or vernacular. Or I'm not. No, they come here because it's something that I give them when they click on my live. It's something that they're here for. They're not looking, oh, how many big words did she use? Oh, wow, she's a great orator. Oh, she's such an actress. No, they like me for Mz.Teavalocity. I only could give you what I have. I can't give you something I don't have. But remember, we are over here, and mentally, I want y'all to mentally, this is the beef sector. You want the beef, you want the drama, you want the chaos. That's what you want. You want the entertainment, right? So this is where we at. just know this too. In order to survive over here in the beef sector, and I'm saying that with air quotes, the beef sector, in order to maintain over here, you have to beef. So you have to beef everybody down here. Eventually you will beef with them, whether you want to or not. That's why I choose not to. I'm not going to flip on people that I genuinely like. I do like some of these content creators. I follow them. I'm not going to get down here and just go back and forth with them. It's not worth it. I don't want the money. I don't need the money. I'm here for the long haul. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't give up the race. I am branding. I am different. I am my biggest competitor. You are your biggest competitor. You don't have to compete with anyone but yourself. Okay? With that being said, I'm going to get out of here. That was the message. Always be your authentic self, because that's what people really like, your authentic self. And that's who they'll gravitate towards. But remember, if you want your channel to do something different, you have to show different. If you want to be a beefer, then be a beefer. If you want to be a motivator, be a motivator. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. See, you can't fake and pull a wool over my eyes. One thing about it, I'm a street girl. And when I say that, I have book knowledge and I have street knowledge. I come from Jersey. Everybody know I'm a Jersey girl. I see through a lot of this bullshit. And you know, when I talk to people, sometimes we have a different perspective. But eventually you will show who you really are. You can't pretend like you this wholesome person and then your behavior is different. You can't make me, you can't fool me. See, I see through a lot of bullshit. I just don't call people on it, but I see through a lot. Some people I don't like, I will never like. And I won't, it is what it is. But with that being said, y'all, let's get ready to get up out of here. You know, I only do an hour. I only do an hour, and that's it. I don't do I'm not. So I'm not a beefer. I'm not gonna be a beefer. I'm not gonna let me make no one make me a beefer. I'm just gonna be Mz.Teavalocity coming down here and do my thing. But don't forget that, Mr. Wood, Mr. Carruthers, good to see you. Demeter Joe, good to see you, beautiful. Thank you for joining me. Everyone, thanks for joining me today. Melissa Scott, thanks for joining me. Now, this is a funny ass woman, Melissa Scott. Diva. Oh, ho. Before I forget, Jamila, life with Jamila. Now, I guess life with Jamila, something must have happened. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. I guess some emails had got to Sis Trish, and Sis Trish is really upset, and her and Bree and Triple Red and Rita and all these people got something going on. I don't care. Like I told you, I like who I like, but I want to touch on that before I leave, so I won't be leaving. Diva, go grab Melissa link, please, and thank you, and drop it in the chat. This lady is funny. Just Melissa. She's just Melissa. But I want to go with Jamila. Life with Jamila. So this guy, Rico DeBrat, comes on here and say, Life with Jamila sent Trish that email. He knows for a fact. He had messages of her. He used to rock with her, right? So someone sent me a link of this guy on Trish's platform, and I think he was on Brianna's platform first, and he was saying, yeah, he knew Life with Jamila did it. She sent this email to him, and so and so and so. Now, I never dropped down and said anything. I didn't get on Bree's platform because I didn't watch very much of it, but they said that's where it stemmed from, where he first revealed that Life with Jamila did it, right? And then it went over to Trisha's, and then we were over in Rita's yesterday, and Life with Jamila was in there. Now, I personally know Life with Jamila. So when this dude first said it, I said, "Oh, this some bullshit." I was so shocked when he said "Life with Jamila's name." I have to be honest with you. Diva said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "Yeah." He said "Life with Jamila." I said, "Oh shit." Now let me tell you something. A dummy, I'm not. I'm not a dummy. Like I said, I could see this shit brewing up, and I have my own perspective. Life with Jamila, I have met. I have met. I have sat in her company for hours. Now, I don't know what she did on here or what relationship she had with Sis Trish and this Rico Debra. I don't know that. It was before my time. But what I can say is I, without a doubt, believe in my heart of hearts that she didn't do no shit like this. This is Melissa's. Please, y'all, go over there and subscribe to Melissa. Just a down-to-earth, weed smoking, cool woman that have you crack it up, tell you about the shit she done saw on YouTube. Thank you so much, Jamila Joe. Thank you. But anywho, so he's naming his life with Jamila. So out of nowhere, Jamila hasn't been here. She is one of my mods, to believe, but they knew her from saying that she knew how to get the money back when that happened with Diva and Angie and the boss Sabrina, right? So Life with Jamila drops down in Rita's yesterday, and she was talking to Rita. But like I said, I don't know what dealing she had with Sis Trish. I have never had a problem with Sis Trish. I commend Sis Trish or what she's doing now. She's over on Bigo. She here. I don't know. I don't know her dealings with Rico the Brat. I do know her dealings with Tita Talk, Melissa, and myself and Diva. And I doubt highly if she sent the damn email. The girl hasn't even been here for like months, almost a year, maybe almost a year. But I do talk to her, and I don't believe that she had anything. And it's an unfortunate thing that they done threw this girl name in the mix. I don't know who this Rico DeBrat is, but what I do know about him, you guys, is that him and Reed had this big thing maybe last year or a year before, and she was exposing him. But again, Life with Jamila is my mod. I have talked to her. I have been in her presence. She's good friends with Tita. I have been to her house with her and her husband, had a drink. I don't believe that girl sent that email. And I have wished that somehow they could just take her out of the equation and do what they have to do. She's not going to come down here, most likely, and say anything. But, she happened to be in Rita's yesterday. I spoke with her on the phone. I was so surprised. I asked her, did she have anything against Trish? She said no. So Trish think one way, Life with Jamila thinks another. I'll let them work that out. But in my heart of hearts, she is my mod. She is an associate of mine because I haven't known her years, but I can say she's a friend. I'll say she's a friend. And I don't believe she had anything to do with it. Okay, it's wrong. What's wrong? What's wrong, Melissa? What's wrong? So that's just my take on that. And I wanted to mention that because I didn't want, no one to think, and not that anyone would have thought difference. They probably don't even know. But she is my mod and behind the scene friend. And she also Jay's Dunn's friend and Tita's as well. And I just don't think that she did no shit like that. She my mod as well, right? See, so she all connected with us, Melissa, Tita, me, and Diva. And I don't foresee her doing. I just can't see her. She hasn't even been here. That's the craziest thing. This girl hasn't been down on the scene in a year. She jumped in here and modded for me, maybe a month ago? She hasn't even been over here. So I'm not sure how she got into this. It's wrong to put right. It's wrong, right? Okay, thank you, baby. Like she's saying, yeah, I know, Melissa. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they put Jamila in here, but that was fucked up. I'm like, Jamila. I'm telling you, I was taken back when they said Life with Jamila when that dude said that. But it was so strange. His actions were so strange. He ran from Breeze to Trisha's and he was just cutting them off. And he always wanted his two cents. Oh, yeah, don't trust him. Oh, no, don't trust him. As if he was really instigating and that he knew more than what he knew versus just up there saying anything, So no, Life with Jamila, I don't think has anything to do with that. I'm willing to bet a G on that she don't have anything to do with no emails and shit. And then let me tell y'all something too. I said I was getting out here, but I got time today too. If somebody doesn't show you a receipt, and let me tell you something about receipts. We good for wanting to see receipts. Let me tell you a little secret about receipts. Text messages could be manipulated, emails could be manipulated, photos could be manipulated. So we can't believe half of this shit we see anyway. They could manipulate all that. Now, he never did show anything. He told Bree he was going to show her a receipt, because that's what he said. I told Bree I was going to show her a receipt before my phone went dead. He never did show the receipt where he showed Jamila and him corresponding about sending the email out. Now, Trish says she know it ain't Jamila. So I don't know who this cat is and why they put this girl name in it. But again, I highly doubt if Jamila did it. I talked to her. She's my mod. I've met with her, and I doubt if she did any such thing like that. So I don't know. Just leave people out of it, you guys. Don't try to put everybody in this mess. Everybody don't want to be in the chaos, in the beef, in the drama. Stop using people. Stop sending emails to people who don't have shit to do with y'all drama. Keep it between y'all. Because in my opinion, this shit is fake. Bloop. A lot of this shit is fake. A lot of this is for attention and to get noticed and to get on. It's all fake. So leave people out of it who really doesn't have anything to do with it. It's not right. It's really not right. So, okay, let me let somebody else in. We have to find out who else. But yeah, I didn't like that at all. And I was gonna have Jamila come on the platform, but she don't really care. And I don't think I'm that invested, But you guys need to really be careful, Some of this shit is for fake, you guys. Some of this is for show. Like I said, call Tyler Perry. Call Tyler Perry. He may have a role for you. Because we ain't going. We ain't going. I ain't going. I don't know about nobody else. I ain't going. Like I said, some of this shit is fake. If you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it out. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it out. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are joint heir. They are futures. They looking to inherit something other than chaos and mess and stress. I hope we still building generational wealth. It's not easy. It's not easy, but work towards it. And as always, be a blessing and not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. A simple hello, how are you? Oh, you look beautiful today. I love that hat. Hey, I'll buy that cup of coffee for you. Here's a couple of dollars. Grab you some lunch. Oh, that hat looks radiant on you. Your smile is just beautiful. We never know what someone is going through. And just some kind words, a simple act of kindness could prevent that person from doing something or thinking something and may make their day. It's always better to bless someone than to stress them out, okay? With that being said, you guys, until we meet again, I'm going to hit this outro and I'm going to get out of it. Thanks for joining me. I'm not doing your job, but please make sure you hit those like Diva. I'm not doing your job. Thank you all so much for joining me. And until we meet again, I'll see you on the flip side.